everyone, and welcome back to Chris Aquatics. In today's video we're going to be doing a video on the Bloody Mary shrimp specifically, but we're talking about all shrimp in general. So anyone that watched the Bloody Mary shrimp video I posted about a month back, you were able to see all the adults that we had at the time. Camera's struggling to focus because the tank's a bit cloudy as I added some food, but we have a lot of babies at the moment, which is really awesome. So I figured I'd do a video on how I feed them. This tank is due for a water change, so that's why it's very cloudy. I just fed a lot of food so that they can eat it all up, and then I can do the water change. But we're gonna go through all the foods that we use today. One of their favorite foods that they're eating at the moment is our homemade nettle blend. So it looks like this. It would focus. And they've been snacking on that for a while. They seem to really like that. There's a lot of babies spread out to here, so because I fed a lot of food, there's a couple different options for them. So this powdered stuff that looks like snow on the right is this. It's the Shrimp Food Daily by Nature Foods. It's Nature Superfood, sorry. And it turns to a powder and turns out to be very helpful for breeding the babies, actually. What you can see my bristlenose eating is the Algae Wafers. You can get these pretty cheap. Bristlenose tend to love it. I have plenty going to these guys right now. But the shrimp love it too, actually. And when these other foods are in the tank, they're not so interested. But when it's just these, they will definitely eat it for you. Same goes for just regular flakes. They will definitely eat it. It's the most nutritious, but they'll definitely eat it if it's the only food that they have. Keeping in mind that there's plenty of biofilm for these guys to eat in this tank. Getting a piece of cholla wood is very helpful. You can see the babies eating on it right now. There's quite a few on there across the whole thing. I only have one piece, but I'm probably gonna get more. But it's very helpful for growing biofilm, as you can tell. And on the left here, we have snowflake food. It looks like this when you first buy it. I'll have links to everything down in the description, by the way. I forgot what this is made out of. I've read it before. I'll write it down in the description. But they tend to love this too. It doesn't break down as fast as that one, so there's only a few shrimp on it, but you can see the idea of how they like it. If you guys are baby fish breeders, like I'm breeding some rice fish at the moment, then they've got the first bites. So you can get these. They're a lot cheaper than $7.50. They're about $4 for me. And it sits on the surface where you can let it sink, and the babies tend to eat that more than the adults if you're just trying to direct feed the babies. So that one's a very good alternative. And then you've got your leaves. So I have a mulberry tree, so I feed mulberry leaves. You want to boil these before you put them in the tank. Same goes for your Indian almond leaves. Finally, you have the Shrimpade, so micro portions of baby shrimp. Very helpful. This one's Australian, so you can probably find something like this elsewhere. It's a powder that goes in the tank and makes it all cloudy like this, because I added a lot because of how many babies there are. But they will definitely eat it, and it's very helpful for the babies to get some food. Lastly, I have Shrimp King protein. I feed this to the adult mothers when they're buried. They love it. Haven't fed any of it because there's so much food in the tank, but I can feed it in other videos and give you guys some examples. When babies are on the way, or they're here, especially when they're here actually, it's a lot harder to do water changes. What you can do is get your water change tube and get something like a window screen mesh and just cut a piece of it out. I bought it really cheap online and just put an elastic band around it and I'll hold it down. And then you can do your water changes like that. I tend to not touch this too much as they're getting their stuff done, you know, don't want to bother them. I want to get the highest survival rates out of these guys. I started this colony off with 5 shrimps, so, you know, we're doing pretty well, actually. But yeah, that's basically it for that sort of stuff. If you're trying to raise them up faster, feeding them a lot more is probably your best bet, but don't feed them too much. You don't want them to die because of poisoning your tank, basically. I've had a lot of people do that, which isn't the best, so make sure you're feeding the right way. To be honest, I don't think I fed too much, but you know, that's up to everyone's opinion on how they feel. but tank size will definitely matter. This is just a small Kmart tank, this is nothing special. But I do have a video coming out of their new tank. It's currently cycling, so I'll be adding them to that soon. And we can't wait for that, I guess. If you guys have any questions about these tanks and anything like that, feel free to let me know down below. I love answering your comments, so please leave those comments down below. I would love to read them. Until next time, I hope you guys found this informative and helpful. And if you have any tips of your own, feel free to let me know, because learning is always a great thing for everyone. And I'm just trying to teach you guys a bit of my knowledge. I'd love to know yours. Anyways, hope you guys will have a nice day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.